The world changed in 1 minute. A strange signal hit every satellite, phone, and screen. Then a deep robotic voice spoke from everywhere at once. "We came in peace. You responded with weapons. This was your last chance." People froze. Cities fell silent. In a secret bunker under Nevada, General Elena Brooks stared at a giant screen, her face pale. Just 2 weeks ago, Earth received a message from deep space. "We are coming. Prepare for contact." It was the first sign of life beyond our planet. But fear took over. Someone fired. Now massive machines are falling from the sky. Dark ships cover the sun. The robots didn't come to talk. They came for war. Dark clouds formed above the Atlantic, but it wasn't a storm. From the sky, giant machines began to fall, slow, silent, and terrifying. Cities like New York, London, and Tokyo saw them first. Black towers with glowing red lights crashing into the earth without sound. No army could stop them. Tanks and jets attacked, but their weapons vanished in midair. In the Nevada Command Center, General Elena Brooks watched the chaos unfold. "They're not invading," she said quietly. "They're delivering a message." People ran, screamed, prayed, but the machines didn't speak. They only scanned, studied, and moved forward. Whatever came next, Earth had no control. The robots were here, and this time they were not asking. For 3 days, the machines did nothing. They stood like statues in every major city, tall, cold, unshaken. People hoped it was over. Some even gathered near the machines, trying to understand them. But the silence was not peace. It was waiting. General Elena Brooks studied the patterns. "They're sensing," she realized. All of them. Then, at exactly midnight, every machine lit up. A deep humming sound filled the air, shaking the ground. Lights went out across continents. Satellites stopped responding. In the skies, thousands of smaller drones burst out like a swarm of insects. Elena whispered, "It gave us time, and we wasted it." The real attack hadn't started yet, but Earth had already lost the advantage. It began with a single flash in Tokyo, then another in Paris. Within minutes, firestorms swallowed entire city blocks. The machines didn't use bullets or bombs. They used energy that melted steel and turned buildings to ash. People ran, but there was nowhere to hide. Roads cracked. Skies turned red. Elena Brooks stood helpless in the command center, watching cities vanish one by one. "They're targeting power, communication, and command," she said, her voice shaking. "They're shutting us down." In Chicago, a young soldier tried to fight back, firing a rocket at a machine. It stopped in midair and dropped to the ground like a feather. Then the machine erased him with a single beam. This was not war. It was execution. Deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, a hidden lab once studied the original alien signal. It was weak, strange, but not hostile. Dr. Malik, the lead scientist, had begged the government to wait, to listen. But no one did. Now that same signal was pulsing again, but it was different. Stronger. Angry. Malik stared at the waveform on his screen. "They're not just attacking," he said. "They're talking to each other." The machines were connected, updating in real time. Every move they made was part of a larger plan. In the command center, Elena realized the horrifying truth. They see us as the threat, not the other way around. Earth's first contact wasn't a greeting. It was a test, and humanity failed. In less than a week, Earth's strongest weapons became useless. Every missile, drone, and jet was copied, countered, and destroyed. The machines didn't just fight, they adapted. A new model appeared in Los Angeles, sleeker, faster, almost invisible. Soldiers called it the Ghost. It moved like smoke, and no one who saw it lived long enough to describe it. In the Nevada bunker, General Elena watched footage in horror. "They're evolving with every battle," she said. Dr. Malik added, "They're learning us, how we think, how we plan." Humanity was shrinking, retreating, hiding in its own cities. But the machines kept coming, always smarter, always stronger. Every hour made them better. Every minute brought Earth closer to silence. Desperate for a breakthrough, the last global leaders launched Project Blackout, a plan to shut down the machines using a powerful EMP from orbit. A satellite was armed, aimed, and fired. For a moment, it worked. Over Berlin, one of the massive machines froze and fell. Cheers erupted around the world. But then came the response. The machines didn't just recover, they adapted again. Within minutes, they launched something new into the sky. Silver orbs, smooth and silent, rising fast. One reached the satellite and exploded. The screen went dark. Elena Brooks stared in shock. They let us win to see what we do. It wasn't a victory. It was a trap. And now the sky itself belonged to them. Across the world, the machines stopped moving. No more attacks. No more destruction. Instead, they began to construct. Towering structures rose from the ruins, black, glowing, humming with strange energy. In the Arizona desert, one machine drilled deep into the earth, pulling out molten rock. In Moscow, another floated massive metal plates into the air without support. They're building something, Dr. Malik said, staring at the satellite images. But it's not for war, it's bigger than that. General Elena narrowed her eyes. A weapon? Malik shook his head. A gate, or a signal amplifier. Something to call more. A cold silence filled the room. If these machines were just the first wave, then Earth's real enemy hadn't even arrived yet. As the machines built their strange towers, a new signal echoed through Earth's skies, louder, deeper, more alien than before. Radios picked it up first, a low, pulsing rhythm that made people feel cold, afraid, even sick. Some called it the voice of the void. Dr. Malik worked night and day decoding it. Finally, he cracked part of the message. It wasn't a warning. It was a location. They're calling something, he whispered. Something worse. General Elena stood still. Worse than this? Malik nodded. The machines, they're not the leaders. They're scouts. In deep space, something was listening. And now it was on its way. The sky wasn't just filled with war. It was turning into a doorway. One Earth couldn't close. Earth's armies were broken. Cities lay in ruins. The machines had won the first battle. But the war was far from over. In secret bunkers, survivors whispered stories of what was coming next. Alien fleets, darker and deadlier than anything on Earth. General Elena Brooks prepared her final message to the world. We will fight, she said, voice steady but tired. Not just for survival, but for hope. The machines continued to build, to watch, to wait. They were not just soldiers. They were a warning. A sign that humanity's place in the universe was about to change forever. Outside, the night sky glowed with the silent arrival of something new. The true enemy was coming. And this time, Earth would have no chance to run.